was not about to be baby mama by somebody who can't even please me right. I was not getting effed up by nobody daddy, because if I call my daddy, everybody dying on the block. Straight like that. Straight like that. It takes 2 to 3 business days and I'm back to the streets.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl T.Y. and I am back with another video. I am like, y'all just seen me. I know y'all just seen me. But I've been on the road today, so we gonna keep going. But today's story time is gonna be a little different. See, today's story time is gonna be surviving a motherfucking Cancer, not Capricorn. I'm sorry, that's my man. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, babe. I did not mean to say you, but I'm doing a video on him too because surviving him is crazy too. Like, he really is crazy. Like, y'all, we're gonna talk about him in another story time. But right now, we're talking about surviving a motherfucking Cancer. Them Cancers are so crazy. Like, yeah, crazy. And I've done story times about this dude a lot of times. Matter of fact, my previous story time, about the first time I got high, was him. I was talking about him. Me and this dude was together for 5 years. Okay, 5. Worst 5 years of my damn life, okay? Let's just get into the story time. This one's gonna be a little longer, so I might end up stopping after this video, filming. Cause I gotta get back on TikTok. So I've been bouncing from here to TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Just doing my thug-thizzle. But before we get into this surviving a Cancer, let's just talk about how y'all need to be liking, subscribing, and commenting on all my videos. I don't care if y'all just comment a dot, an emoji, just comment, make sure y'all engage with other people in the comments. Like, just engage. I love it. And don't forget to follow me on all my beautiful social medias, because y'all know I'm gonna talk to y'all. Like, if y'all DM me, y'all want me to make an advice video about whatever videos y'all want, DM me. I do it. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. I have ideas in here, but it's not a lot. It's just a few. And I have a lot of story times because I've lived a crazy, like, I'm 21. Like, at 21, I've just lived so much shit that I just cannot get over right now, but it's cool. But let's get straight into this surviving this Cancer, okay, period. So, backstory, because I know everybody need a backstory. So the backstory is me and this dude met when we was freshmen in fucking high school. I had met him, I want to say, close to homecoming time. So my cousin basically was like, Dimples, you need a date for homecoming? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fresh meat. Like, I don't have nobody. I don't know none of these people. Like, this is your people, because she was a junior. So she's like, all right, man, like, I got somebody for you. And he looking for a homecoming date too. So then she hooked me up with him. Mind you, backstory, she used to go to elementary with middle school. So she told me, she was like, yeah, he used to stink so bad. Like, he used to do this. Like, he used to really come in there like off the chain, girl. So be careful dating him, because if he still smell like that, you gonna get bullied right with his ass in high school. So you know me, I'm like, bro, like, I'm not worried about these people bullying me, because like, at the end of the day, what's tea, okay, period. So I ended up talking to him, and it's crazy because I was already talking to him and I was claiming him as my brother and he was claiming me as his sister. And it was just like that. Like, we were sister and brother for a minute, and then she hooked us up, and then we became boyfriend and girlfriend, which is kind of weird, but we wasn't really sister and brother, so it didn't really matter, right? Right, okay, period. So that's why I don't trust my man having fake sisters, because I know what that shit come with. Don't do too much with me, because I'm not stupid. So boom, we ended up started dating. He asked me to homecoming with this cute ass little poster, whatever. It was cute. It was cute for him. It was cute. He got me some of my favorite candy, and I was like, okay, period. Like, he did his damn thing with that one. But I got clowned for saying yes, because everybody's like, oh, he does not. Like, he's not even all of that. His hair is never groomed. He never looking cute. He just never keep up with himself. Like, he's a bum, and you're going to homecoming with a bum. And I'm like, well, damn, don't do him. Like, don't do him. So I ended up cutting off all my friends because they were being weird towards him when he come around. I understand, like, I don't want to be around nobody that's like a bum, snelly, whatever. But I'm all about giving people chances, because I know that people, you can't judge a book by its cover, because he could be doing all of that and have the most money, or it'd be the people with the most money and or what, yeah, like, you know, people dress accordingly. but they can have money. They can have this. You don't know what the fuck they got going on. So I never judge nobody, because people could probably say, oh, she rides the bus, so she's a bum. Whole time I'm paying $860 up here at this house, and I got other bills that I gotta pay, and I just don't drive because of a car accident that I got into. So that's really what the tea is. It ain't got shit to do with the fact that I'm a bum and I can't afford a car, because I could have been had a car when I was 16. I don't drive. I'm about to though. Y'all gonna get that vlog too. Oh my god, I'm so proud of me. Like, y'all, yay me. I'm about to be driving, and I can't wait. I'm about to get my license, and yeah. So I gotta get over that fear of driving, because it's just getting a little overwhelming. I'm sick of getting on the bus. I'm sick of being around bums. So I have to be where I need to be. So anywho, I ended up telling him yes. We ended up finding our colors. I found my dress, and then now my phone finna die. So then I ended up, getting ready, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, doing all the shit that you do before homecoming. And I want to say the night of homecoming, where I was waiting on him, he called and said, he stood me up basically. I said, I gave you a chance. I cut my friends off just for you to do this to me. Okay, period. Now, his excuse was very bogus and very kind of disgusting, but I'm not even going to say what he said, because that's not my place to say what he said. But he said something very disgusting, and it was so nasty, and I'm like, okay, so why the fuck would you tell me that? Like, that's kind of weird. I don't want to hear that shit. So then I ended up burning the poster, y'all. I burnt it. Like, literally burnt that bitch to the fucking floor. Like, I took that bitch outside and I burnt it. Me and my sister was stomping on it, spitting on it, calling the nigga a bum, like just going crazy for the girl. I'm telling y'all, we was going stupid when I got back from homecoming, but I had a good time. And I'm gonna see if I still got the videos from homecoming, because I kind of was giving a little crunchy, because my mama, she didn't spoil us when we were that, like, in high school and stuff. Like, I got what I wanted because I had a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mama did not spoil us. We was not silver spoon fed. And my mama, she got a career. She got a few careers. Actually, she got all her degrees except for her doctorates. So my mama's very smart. She had money. It's just she didn't want us to be raised that way. My dad, on the other hand, he just wasn't around. But my fucking godfather, he spoiled us. And my granddad spoiled us as well. So we were still spoiled. It just wasn't for my mama. And a lot of the times, my godfather, he lived in Detroit, so he can't just come down here and take us shopping every time we need to go shopping. So I mean, I had my little shit, and I had enough for what I was there for, to go to school to learn. But it was other girls that was in there, like, they had bust down every other day, a new bust down, new outfit, all that. And I just was rewatching my stuff. Like, I had my mama used to buy like 6 outfits for like 6 outfits. Like, when we first started school, we had to start off with 6 outfits, and then she'd buy another 6 outfits the next week, and then another 6 outfits, and then we just do like that. Right? We was basically creating our school clothes within a week of school, you know what I'm saying? So, after we had like a roster of clothes, she'd just rewash them. We'll put them on, we'll style them different. Like, it just was what it was. At least we washed our stuff. It wasn't like we were just putting that shit back on. Unlike him. So let's get back to him. The fuck? Okay, so period. So he ends up calling me, I want to say 4 days later, like 4 days after homecoming. Stood me up, you ain't give me no good excuse. Okay, period. Like, okay, I see you. You think you a player, but you're not, because I'm gonna do your ass in. Okay, I was ready. So then he had called me and stuff. He's like, I hope you're not mad at me. Woo woo. So then you know what the nerve this had? It had the nerve to be talking to my damn sister-in-law. Now, my sister-in-law, mind you, let me just give y'all the ages here real quick, okay? Period. I'm, 15, about to be 16. He 15. No, I think I said that completely wrong. How old was I when I was a freshman? Yeah, I was 15, about to be 16. He was 15, about to be 16, but I was gonna be 16 first. So, he was talking to my sister-in-law, and she's at that time, she was like 13? Oh my God, she was 12, because my sister and her like the same age. She's just 1 year older than my sister. So she's 12, he's 15, I'm 15, about to be 16. I said, wait. The only reason I found this out is because she told me. So she's posting all these quotes and stuff. And I realized that her story was starting to look a little bit more similar to my story, because I was mad at him too. And when she would get mad at him, she would post the same stuff that I would post. So I'm like, all right, like, I ain't gonna put 2 and 2 together, but this is also the time I found out I was an undercover detective, okay? We gonna name her, Z, and we gonna name him. I ain't gonna name him that. I do that every time I make a video about him. We gonna name him M. Like, if y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know. So actually, his name was Strimpy in the other story time. So we're gonna keep Strimpy. So just ignore M and just replace it with Strimpy. I'm talking about. I don't really give a damn. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. I stay untouched. Anywho, so Z, she posted on her story. She flooding it. I'm like, okay, period. Like, she must be irritated. Whoever is making her mad must be somebody like her nigga or something. So I'm like, I asked her, I'm like, you good? And she was like, yeah, my new boyfriend just acting weird. So I'm like, oh girl, you ain't tell me you had a new boyfriend, whoop whoop. So she's like, yeah, like, he's like a little older than me and he's like a freshman. And she said he treats me very nice. He always calling me baby girl and mamas and stuff. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's cute. I got a boyfriend too. And I'm like, he called me mamas a lot though. Like, he really does love calling me that. And she was like, that's good. So then, out of nowhere, I promise you, like, I went live and they both was on my lives. So then I was like, hey, bae, and then he was like, hey, and then she was like, who is you calling bae? And like, cause it was a lot of people in my life. I used to go live every day, so people used to be tuned in, like I was motherfucking iCarly or something. So I was like, oh, like him, M, that's my man. And she was like, that's my man. So now I get off live immediately, cause now I gotta get to the bottom of this. Y'all not finna make me look stupid on my own platform. That's crazy. So I text her, I'm like, well, you date him? And she's like, yeah, like that. We've been dating for a couple of months. And I'm like, bitch, we've been dating for a couple of months. And then I hit him up and I'm like, you really a weirdo. Like, that's why you stood me up, because you wanted to go take her to movies. Like, is you stupid? Like, don't be stupid with me, because I'm not in the mood. Like, I'm really not. I gave you a chance and you did this to me. Okay, period. Watch this. So then I cut him off. I'm not cutting her off because she didn't know. I'm cutting you off because I don't go to the female first unless the female say something stupid. Now, yeah, because if a bitch come at me sideways, I'm coming at her full force. Period.
Tell that bitch don't be nervous, cause my problem with you. But if she say something stupid, then I'm smacking her too. You got all of this out.
No stupid shit. But we talked all that out, and then boom. So I want to say the following year, I'm a sophomore now. So I got my little crew. We got it racked up, and I love my high school crew. Like, we was lit, but a lot of them were snakes and messy. And we gonna talk about that in a whole different story time. Cause really, I don't want to talk about the messy shit today. But this is gonna be a little messy, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. So anyway, sophomore year, he comes back in my life, and boom. So he's like, I'm trying to do stuff different this time. I'm trying to be serious. Okay, woo. So then he stopped going to the school we're going to, and he went to another school, but we were still talking. Now, I remember the first time he ever came over, and he was trying to be like, talking to my mama, and she was just like, babies, this, that, and the third. Like, she's talking crazy. Like, girl, mom, please. I'm not even having sex yet. Like, let's take a pause. Okay? So then they meet. My mama didn't really like him like that, and my sister didn't like him at all. My sister didn't like none of my boyfriends. Like, she just do not like them, except for the one I'm with now. Like, she kind of with him a little bit, but my sister just hated all dudes I talked to. Like, she just did not like them. She just like, he ain't it. I should have listened to them. I should have listened, cause like it gets juicier. I'm just trying to give y'all a little background, but I'm starting to get bored too. So let me just spice up the story a little bit. So they meet, okay, so then boom, we break up again because I just couldn't do it. His dad was mad weird. His dad was like, oh, she needs to be getting you good stuff for Christmas, and she gets you a game, like, I'll let her come over. Like, boy, shut up. I'm not getting him shit. I'm spending money on me. Fuck your son. Okay, period. So, I want to say around the end of that year, we ended up getting back together, and at this time, I'm about to be 18, so that's where that whole hotel situation has happened. And then when we first getting high, it was with him. So I forgot to even mention that the first time that I ever got drunk was also with him, but that's not going into story time because that's a separate story time for the first time I got drunk, because that story was crazy. So after all of that, we finally get to this room, we doing our thug this, and you know what I'm saying, we smoking, we good, okay, period. So then it comes the time where he's starting to come over my house like now. So my mom's letting him come over, come in my room, all that stuff. So then my mom got tired of it because he was so loud, obnoxious. He coming over there, he fucking in my room, got my room smelling like corn chips with his feet. Too much going on in that motherfucker. My mama got OCD, so when she smells something off, she gotta make sure they get out. So then she started telling me like, okay, he can't come over no more. And I'm like, okay, period. Like, girl, I know. Cause I'm tired of my room smelling like this. I'm tired of having to clean up behind him. Like, I'm tired of it. So I ended up eventually just stop having him come over. Anywho, so then I want to say I was starting to sneak him over there. And I know that's bad, but like, it was just to the point where I wanted to be under him, and I don't know why, but it's just like, I had moments where I wanted to be under him. So I was starting to sneak him in and whatever, and one time specifically, so this is the time my mom arguing over there, but she wasn't there. And we tried to do it, and it was not doing it. I was like, like, no, And see, because I never really seen his dick. So I didn't know it was small like that, but even though I did, like when I eventually did see it, I'm like, oh, that's a little small. I'm just like, period, I'm a virgin. Like, that shit is perfect for me at this point, because that's what I need to jumpstart me into the big world. Okay, period, y'all following. So that shit did not happen, and then where it get juicy, because here we go, y'all. So boom, this is the year we actually was exclusive. We was doing our thug this, we taking pictures, we doing all of that. So boom, I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I'm not gonna tell y'all about the first time I lost the time I lost my virginity, because that's also in a separate video. I'm gonna do that separate, because that's just what the YouTube community do, and I'm not combining it. I want separate videos of everything. I want a documentary. So boom, after we finally did that the first time thing, we were doing it like jackrabbits. We were always doing it, and I got immune to his thing. It was just giving very much, okay, now this is not fun anymore, because no matter what, it's like every time we do it, I get wetter, but it's because of the point that I'm horny. It ain't got nothing to do with you, it's just the fact that I'm horny. And now your little thing ain't thinking no more, okay, period. But I know y'all probably think, oh, you would, like, you really is a bogus ass bitch. But let me tell y'all how he did me about real quick. He cheated on me all 5 years. First year y'all heard about, second year y'all heard about. The third year, oh, he went mad disrespectful, baby. Because that's a separate story time too. And I can't wait to tell that story time about that time. Because that story time is gonna throw y'all for a loop. Basically, this is a series for this dude. But I'm gonna just get into the real tea. So basically, he cheated on me all 5 years. He did me in, like, he had me fall for him. He had me falling in love with him just for him to do me very bogus. And I don't appreciate that. Like, when you was at the bottom, I was by your side. So now that you up, you treating me like I'm shit. And it's cool because I'm gonna be way more up than you. I'm gonna block you on everything, but you gonna still see this shit. Okay, period. That's it. So after he cheated on me the last time, me. Baby, I did my big one. But before we get into all of that, let me just tell y'all about the time where he almost got us killed, because he snuck me in his house when I wasn't supposed to be there, and got himself really effed up by his dad. And gladly I left, because baby, I was not getting effed up by nobody daddy, because if I called my daddy, everybody dying on the block. Straight like that. So after that, I had found out that I didn't find out nothing. I thought I was pregnant because with his kid, so I had stayed with him, and because we had broke up for like 2 days, and then I had ended up doing, y'all know when I break up with somebody, I go out. So I go outside, I go scouting, ho. I don't stay sad for too long, because that's just how I am. I don't give a fuck. I'm not staying sad for no nigga, okay, period, because that's just not what's given. For where I'm from, it's like that. It takes 2 to 3 business days and I'm back to the streets. Straight like that? Okay, period. Don't, because I don't try to look any different. So, when we broke up for them 2 to 3 days, I'm over here scouting. I'm at the mall scouting. I'm at work scouting. I'm just looking for the next nigga. Like, I'm just looking for somebody to talk to at this point. So, I ended up meeting this Detroit dude at the mall, and I'm like, okay, period, like, you shut up, like, just shut up. But he had a girlfriend, so I blocked him, because baby, it's not giving. I don't like dudes that do that. You're a weirdo. So then one specific day, I was going to, I was getting off of work, and I was at the terminal. Now I had met who I'm with now, and y'all already probably heard the story time, but I gotta retell it because I took it down because we broke up. But I'm gonna retell it. I'm gonna tell it how he want me to tell it, because he said he swear I missed some points and some of the stuff wasn't accurate. But I'm gonna retell it. And I ended up talking to him. Now, mind you, me and Emmett like not talking no more. So I'm like, all right, period. So then I ended up talking back to him, because at this point I'm starting to feel like I'm pregnant. My period was like 5 days late, and I'm like, okay, period. Like, I gotta keep him in the loop. Can't be a single parent. So I said, okay. So I had ended up cutting the dude I'm with now off. I was like, I gotta cut you off, because I'm going back to him, because we about to have a kid together and we gonna be happy and we gonna do this. And then he was like, okay, you gonna be back, whatever. He already knew what time I was on, because he's older than me. And he like, bro, she gonna be back. Like, he already knew this shit. He told me this before I even walked off. I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna be back. Like, So then I end up going over M house. This was the last time I ever went over there because his dad tripped this day and he stabbed him and all types of stuff. Like, it was crazy. So I go over there and we cuddling. And the Detroit dude called me. I'm like, no, never did he call me. What the fuck? Okay. And I'm like laying right next to this dude, and he all on my phone, and this dude calls me. And not only does he call me, but he FaceTimes me. So I answered. I'm like, hey, look, I don't know who this is, but stop calling. He called again. He texted me. He was like, you don't remember me? Like, you gave me your number a couple of days ago. I said, fuck. So homeboy low-key put me out. He was like, all right, we out. Let's go. Let's roll out. So we go to the terminal because he didn't have a car either. And I feel like now, me being older, that's a turn off. I do got to have a car talking to me because I want to be passenger princess sometimes. Even if I'm riding the bus, it doesn't matter. I'm getting my shit together. But you, as your girl next day, should always have something put up. And I'm sorry. Me, I have an excuse why I don't drive. I would have had a car. Really would have probably been through like 4 cars by now if I would have got my license. But I don't drive for various reasons, but I'm getting over that fear now. So we get to the terminal and he just walks off. He leaves me and he's just like, all right. So then I get home, he breaks up with me and I'm like, okay, great. So after he did that little weird shit, I was going hard for the girl. I'm not gonna cap, because that was like a first love to me, and I didn't want to lose him because that's all I knew. For 5 straight years, that's all I knew. Like, although we were off and on a few years, like a few times in that year, it was just like, that was still all I knew. All I knew was princess treatment, because that's all he gave me. But then at the end of the day, he gave me princess treatment that came with non-commitment. He didn't know how to commit to me, and all he wanted to do was be in all these hoes' faces. And he obviously had a type because it just wasn't me. I'm fine with that. I'm not everybody's type, but I'm also a lot of people's type. So I'm not tripping on that. Like, you're cool. Do your thug thistle, but do not drag me along with you while you're still in your whole face, because we don't do that over here. So I broke up with him, and that was like the end of that. And then we like reconnected again, and then like he tried to get me pregnant, and I broke up with him, because don't ever try to take my fun away from me. If you're stupid, we're not having no new babies around here. I'm good where I'm at. With him in specific, because I was not about to be baby mama by somebody who can't even please me right, for one. For two, you don't even have a car. And it's one thing for me not to have a car for my various reasons, but you don't have a car either. So what's the point of us having a kid if we both cannot transport the baby where they need to be? You can't get me to my to my doctor's appointments, to ultrasounds, none of that. You're in the same boat as me. And that's not it. And then, you know what, we're not gonna get into all of that because I ain't gonna do him like that. But all I do know is surviving the cancer was crazy. And I'm glad I'm here to tell y'all this story, because I'm gonna tell y'all what I took off of this. He was July. I think he was a June. He was a June cancer. And he was just too emotional for me, because I'm also emotional, because I am a Pisces, and Pisces and Cancers we're not compatible. And I feel like that's for various reasons of the fact that we're both emotional and all of that goofy shit. But baby, I couldn't do it no more. Like, you're cheating on me, like I'm the ugly one, and I gave you a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, never too much on me. And what I intaked from all of that is to not do it again. Because I feel like me and him was in the toxic ass loop, and we just kept going back to each other just to hurt each other more. And it was just too much. Like, every time I came back, I fucked him over. Every time he came back, he fucked me over. It was just like a back and forth thing. But he fucked me over first, so I fucked him over worse, and that's just it. That's it. That's the vibe. Like, that's how I survived the cancer. I survived the cancer by cutting off all cancers. Period. I can't do a cancer. Like, them things are just too much for me, and I just don't know how I made it this far. Dealing with that man, he was crazy. He was just threatening me. He was just very sick in the head. But is there anything else I can tell you about him? He used to pop pills a lot, and those pills would turn him into a different person. Like, he'd be so nice, and then he'd pop those pills, and when he started to feel it, and he started to go on his trip led to him just being so disrespectful, so mean, so crazy. And I remember one time when I broke up with him and I got blocked on everything, like he was just doing weird shit. And it was just weird. Like he had said that he hated my mom because she wouldn't let him come over. And that was a deal breaker for me too. I was like, don't nobody ever say that about my mama, because I don't even play about my mama at all. So when he said that, I was like, bitch, you funky ass daddy. Like, bitch, don't ever. Like, okay, period. Because my mama, she was a successful ass woman. What was your daddy doing? Oh, okay, period. But yeah, like, he was just very toxic and very controlling and very manipulative and very gaslighting. Like, I say gaslighting and manipulation was his worst traits. He would try to tell me, like, oh, if you do that, then this is gonna be the outcome, and I'm gonna do this, and then if you do this, like, he was just very much telling me, like, basically trying to control my life. He didn't want me to do TikTok, he didn't want me to do YouTube. He just felt like it was a waste of time. He used to tell me that I'm not gonna ever be big, and he used to like belittle me, and he'd be like you're not gonna be as big as everybody else, and like, you know, that's fine. I like that. I build off that. Like, that type of stuff don't hurt my feelings. But it kind of did make me look at him a different way, because you're my whole boyfriend. You're telling me this, like, that's crazy to me. But I don't have no problems with my man now. He knows I'm about to be a star, and I know I'm gonna be a star too. And I look at myself in the mirror every day, this mirror right here, and I tell myself, bitch, you gonna be that bitch. And anybody who got something to say, it's another mirror right here. And bitch, I'm gonna be that bitch. And will. And is. It's coming. Y'all gotta give me a minute. I'm just starting to learn this stuff. But yeah, like, he was just a hater. He was a hater. And that's the end of this story time. That's the end of this. Like, I survived, and that's it. Like, I am not afraid to tell you that I survived a fucking cancer. Would I ever date cancer again? Absolutely the fuck not. And every time somebody tells me they're cancer, I cut them off, because there's just no way. I can have friends that's cancer, that's like friends that's cancers, but I can't date no cancer. And that's just that. And I know a lot of people don't even do all feed into the zodiac stuff, but I do. And that's right there, just a red flag, over with, done. And so I got 25 minutes out of this one. So we know, you know what, it wasn't that long, but it's still surviving him. And he still have very much a few more parts to the story that y'all will see eventually. And it'll be just not a series, it'll just be split up into the title of the video. And so yeah, I'm gonna see if I can probably squeeze in one more video for today. And yeah, so we'll get to that when I get to that. And in the meantime, it's your girl T.Y. Ooh, did I say that? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow all my beautiful social medias. And it is your girl T.Y. And I am checking out again.
Hey, beautiful. Miss Beautiful. I want to take